Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lila Life Show. I am your host, Linda Andrews, and I'm pumped to be with you today. We're going to be extending from our conversation last time, where I was bringing you some insights about the 5-year plan and visioning work and how to prioritize your well-being. You may remember I like to run just the year in monthly cycles and then also quarterly cycles and aligning those with the solstice and equinoxes, and then also to usually what's like the changing of the astrology season um around the 21st 22nd. So that's what these cycles are falling on, and that way it's like right around that cycle shift and then right around those uh seasonal cycles. So it's been really fun. On top of that, I do a monthly review of metrics and financials, and so I'm planning and reviewing around the 21st 22nd of each month, and then I am doing the numbers around the 30th, 29th on a leap year, 31st on those longer months, to be able to do those reviews. So I wanted to just share that. We're going to talk a little bit about the big picture where we're looking at business model canvas, how to dive into that. If you are thinking about starting a business, this is the perfect time to do a business model canvas because it's going to help you concentrate your energy and get into the work. If you already have a business, I love business model canvas because you can review what you already have. Maybe you have some blind spots, and this can give you an objective lens to look through everything. And maybe you have an idea, you don't necessarily want to start a business, but you're just curious, do a business model canvas. I think it's an amazing tool. You may be entrepreneurial. There may be little projects you've monetized. You can really use it for a lot. It's just a frame to organize your ideas around business. This is one of my favorite tools that I use as what I call business architecture, those foundations that you're laying, especially in early stage business. I like the tool Idea Buddy because you're able to use this interactive business planning tool, but it starts from the business model canvas. So that's a really nice addition to using business model canvas, is pairing up with Idea Buddy. And you may remember from some of the past episodes, me talking about my two favorite acronyms right now, TEAM and MV squared P. TEAM, time, energy, attention, and money, especially at the early stages. Maybe you haven't hired your first assistant or contractor or team member, and you feel like you don't have a team, but you do have a team. You have your time, energy, attention, and money, and how you want to use that. So remember that. And even if you do have a team, remember that you also have that part of your team. And so that feedback loop, that accountability, there can be a lot of beautiful changes if you're willing to be honest with yourself there. The MVVP, or MV squared P, you have mission, vision, values, and purpose. These are the drivers. I like to explain mission as like your vehicle to get to where you're going, the how you're getting there. The vision is where you're going, where you're landing. Purpose is the gas that fuels that vehicle to get there. It's your why. And values are the guardrails to the road to make sure you're keeping things in check. And so getting a reality check with yourself about how you're using your time, energy, attention, and money. And then what are your mission, vision, values, and purpose for your business? You can do both of these for your life stuff too. It's all connected. Integrative means everything is connected. So wanted to go over those reminders there before we dive into the business model canvas. And before we do that, I just have a bottom of my heart thank you for so many things. But one is I got the opportunity to use the Apollo Neuro wearable, which you've heard me interview Dr. Dave a few weeks ago. I have been wearing it for weeks now, and it is transformational. I cannot tell you. You can download the Apollo Neuro app and you can just get a sensation on your phone that mirrors what I'm talking about. But it's a little wristband or ankle band. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm wearing it on my ankle. It's just feels fun, I guess. But it does all these different frequencies like calm, focused, rest, wind down. And I just can't even begin to tell you how much of a shift it's made. And it's really interesting because a lot of different personal things in my life have been illuminated over the past few weeks. And I'm like, wow, this Apollo Neuro, I'm not, second guessing anything because I feel really calm, grounded, and empowered with my Apollo Neuro. So if you want to experience extra healing, extra nervous system health, check it out. There's a promo code Lila Life. I do my best to get you all some special discounts and get those out there so you have them if you want to try that. And let's get into the business model canvas. So we have a few different aspects that I'm going to just kind of boom, 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 get us through, and then give you a few examples. And then you can choose how often you would want to do this in your own life with your business. So the different aspects of the business model canvas, again, this is like a strategic planning tool. It's a almost one-page business plan that you can just start getting all these ideas down. You have customer segments, the special groups, types of customers that your business is going to serve. You have value propositions. How is your business unique? What are your unique service and product offerings? What are those differentiators? Why are customers choosing you? Your channels, this is the way you're reaching your customers and how you're communicating in your business, distributing content, delivering, again, that value prop. Customer relationships. You have these different customer segments, and you're going to have specific relationships with your customers. So what are those strategies? How do you keep that loyalty going? What do you want that to look like? I like using the framework of client value journey. You've heard Tori on the show a while ago now, but she did some amazing marketing work, and she's who really got me up to speed with client value journey. And it's something I like kind of obsess over. It really feels like loving and serving your customers and that customer service. All right, let's make that money, revenue streams. What are the sources of revenue and how will your business generate income? Alex Hermosi and his team talking about getting to the $1 million mark before you're diversifying revenue streams. I love that. It gets you disciplined and focused. And that can be really hard at the early stages. And so consider that. Where can you simplify and what are those revenue streams or stream? Your key resources. We're talking about any of the essential assets, infrastructure, input that you need to deliver that value prop. You have to have different things that help your business to run and go, and that's really important. Then you also have your key activities. So what are these different processes and business that your business needs in addition to resources that you're going to be doing to deliver the value to your customers? Usually this includes team. And what are those activities for your business success? Key partnerships. This is your external collaborators, alliances, partnerships. All these are essential to your business model. How do these partnerships add to your continued success? I just mentioned Apollo Neuro. That's one of our partnerships. And then that cost structure. How are you running the business? What are those expenses? Maybe there's team, the team and tech are big ones. And so what are those costs? So that's a very brief overview of the business model canvas. And beyond that, let's do an example. So what would customer segments, if say you had a wellness center, what would those customer segments be? Could be fitness enthusiasts, individuals wanting stress relief, those into holistic health. What's the value prop? Tailored wellness programs, holistic healing therapies, a serene environment for relaxation. What are some examples of the channels that you would use? You would have, say, online marketing, social, and that physical location, how you're reaching and interacting with your customers. Beyond that, what are the customer relationships looking like? We said personalize those personal wellness consults and ongoing support. Revenue streams. For this, it could be membership, wellness program sales, retail products. Anybody need a yoga mat? I actually do. I'm eyeing my Lululemon yoga mat big time. That's like the best one I find over the history of my yoga mats, and I need a new one. Okay, side note, and we're back. Key resources. For this wellness center, this is your staff, specialized equipment, the facility. I'm obsessed with wellness real estate, so that tranquil facility. Okay, what are the activities? In this example of the wellness center, fitness classes, wellness workshops, holistic healing sessions. For partnerships, we are looking at partnerships with yoga instructors, nutritionalists, massage therapists, and what are the costs? Salaries, facility maintenance, marketing expenses are those core expenses. So that's an example of a way to use the business model canvas. I highly recommend that you go and get yourself either a printout from good old-fashioned Google. There's some really cool, like double-sized, it's probably a 16 by 22, so a larger sheet of paper that you can map all this out of. You can do different versions. This is how I would recommend using that business model canvas. There's that beginning section that I mentioned to do some of the work around team, how you're using your time, energy, attention, and money, and then the MV squared P to just remember, like, okay, this is what's most important. This is what that focus is. And when time gets tough or you feel distracted or there's a million things going on, that you just remember why you're doing it, where you're headed, keep going. And that is my commitment to all of you. So if you're not already a member of the Lila Life Collective, I hope you would consider joining. We are working on some different things on the back end. I am working to get my team firing on all cylinders as we're ramping up even further in 2024. We have right now that midway point where we're about to be at the spring equinox. And so that's fun because it's a nice check-in. Okay, I'm halfway to that goal date. Where am I at? How's everything clicking? So beyond it, Lila Life Collective and joining that and us reworking things on the back end, I'm in the process of conducting 300 what I'm calling user interviews or member interviews or prospective client interviews or people interviews, but it's people that relate to being an emerging entrepreneur, even if they have a side hustle or they're full-time or well into entrepreneurship. I want to talk about business and well-being, and then as well with other accelerator programs, venture funds, anyone working directly with founders and really building out Legal Life and any of our products and solutions and services to be tailored for the founder getting to that $1 million mark. When I picture a billion humans being entrepreneurs and creating $1 million worth of value, which is equal to a $250 billion worth of capital, I get fired up because I just know what's possible through entrepreneurship. I see it all the time. And my intention with everything I put out is to support you on that business and well-being side through business architecture. There's a lot of early stage risks, expenses, decisions that can have long-term impacts. And so if I can support founders to de-risk and have some strategy and momentum, especially at the early stages, I'm pumped. And part of that means sales. And so get to selling. It's never too early to start selling. And that's part of that discovery process. So let me know if you have questions, thoughts, comments, and I will see you next time on the Lila Life Show. Have a great one.